Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever the time. Welcome, Season 3 of the Nemesis Racing League. We're round 5. We're in lovely Russia this week at the Sochi track. So we'll be doing 27 laps or something around here today in the Sochi track. So welcome if you're joining us for the first time. If you're a regular viewer, thanks for tuning in again. Let me get my stuff out. All right, so let's talk a little bit about last week. So last week we were in Brazil. Bit of an eventful one last week with Stuart Little, not Stuart Little, Dummy Lee in the Red Bull. Taking out the win after there was a collision at the front with Cornet F1 and Toss the Caber, who'd been on it all week, all day, putting his best effort of the season so far. So there's an incident with them. It dropped Toss the Caber down to 4th position, leaving Dommy Lee to take the win. And then you had Marco Kenya 2nd and Stein in the AlphaTauri in 3rd position. Let me just get all my stuff up here. All right. Cool. All right. So that's what we want. So I think it shows. Okay, so I'm just trying to get all the timing details and stuff on the screen. So, yeah, so it was in the end, Dommy Lee ended up taking the win from Marco Kenya and Stein. So it leaves so it's yeah. Sorry, just getting my stuff organised here. All right, so now let's have a look at the standings. Standings are... Jesus. So championship leader Stein in the AlphaTauri. You've got Hounsey in 3rd on 57 points. Stein's on 67, and Cornet F1 on 50. And after last week's win, Dommy Lee's in 4th position on 33, and then Stuart Little in 30. And then it sort of falls away after that. So let's see what we can, what we've got in store for today's race. Who are we on board with here? We're on board with Cornet, so he's 2nd in the championship. Lap times around here, world records are 127.3. So we'll see where these guys get with that. Yeah, we'll see where these guys get with that. So, Andre set a 132.4. Cornet goes a 132.0. Who we got here? So, I think we've got Ferrari coming around there. That'd be Hounsey by the look of it. And, yep. The other Ferrari. He's just starting his lap. Alright, let's try and get with this. Okay, so Mr. Woot. Mr. Woot is just starting his lap. What about PSH? He's in the pits. We've got a racing point coming around, so he's on his lap. Ted Wardo is the other one who I was looking for. Alright, so Ted Wardo goes fastest with a 131.6. Ted Wardo pulling out a fast time this week. Let's have a look at Ted Wardo. Can we see Ted Wardo's helmet? Here the not bad. I like the colour coordination on Ted Wardo's helmet today. Where we got Toss on his outlap. I think this is 1. I don't know where 1 was last week. But he's going in the pits. Where are we? Zandvoort is on his outlap. Pump on Purpose is setting a time. Just trying to find everyone at the moment. Oh, it's Hounsey. Alright, so Hounsy's on a lap as well. We'll stick with Hounsey at the moment. I won't jump around too much. As Andre sets a time of 1:32.4. So, I guess a distinguishing feature, although I don't know if you can call it a feature of this track, it's just very flat. So, no elevations. A lot of the corners are very similar to one another as well. A lot of 90-degree turns. You have the long sweeping left-hander of turn 3, but and then turn 11 and 12 out the back. But the rest of them are all pretty similar. I guess you get that sometimes with a modified street circuit, as this is around the old Olympic Games area. So Hounsey goes to 1:31. So he wasn't there last week, I don't think, Hounsey. So he goes to 1:31, sets the pace. Let's have a look for who else is out there. Stuart Little's in the pits. Is this my man, Dommy Lee, last week's race winner? He's about to set off on a timed lap. Tiny Darth Spike, he's just starting as well. Zandvoort just sets a time of 1:31.5. So he's put his car up there quite high. What's Stein doing in the other AlphaTauri? He's just starting his lap. So we've got 11 minutes left. Got a full grid today, 20 cars. So to be the bottom 5 will drop off out of we'll drop out of Q1. We've got the McLaren. I think this is Yertis. So Yertis, he's invalidated his lap. So that's no good for him. Oh, the other Renault coming around is Mr. Woot. Mr. Woot, where has Mr. Woot been? He hasn't been here the last couple of races. So good to see Mr. Woot back in the Renault. Here he is, going in the pits. I don't mind that helmet design as well. That looks alright. Who else? I think I saw a Huss coming through there. Alright, so he's up. So Pump on Purpose. He goes across the line to set second fastest time, 1:31. So no one's dropped into the 1:30s yet. Hounsy's closest with a 1:31.035. Dace TG2 looks like he's filling in for someone tonight. I think he's from Switchback Racing League. Set to purple sector. Alright, so ooh, I like points to the helmet. I like the helmet design on this one. Coordinated colours with the car. I like it. Like the pattern. Yeah. Got a bit of like the yellow in there, the white, the red. I'm liking it. So as he ventures around turn 17, the final turn, turn 18, comes across the line to set a 1:31.9. Alright, so that's good enough for, where is he? 9th. PSH is just starting. So Exotic, he hasn't set a time yet, but he is on his lap at the moment. So he's just coming through turn 4 there. The Williams had a rough race last week, so have both had incidents in the opening lap. So it was it was a bit of a dirty day for both the Williams boys. So we'll see if they can fight back, as we have 8.5 minutes left in Q1 for round 5 of the Nemesis Racing League in Russia. So we'll stay on board with Exotic. Come through turn 12, then this little right hand left hand combination. This is a really tricky turn. Like, this is the only slightest elevation you've got, but really easy to lose the back of the car through there. Oh, as you see him struggling a little bit through there. You want to get it nice and wide for the final turn. Coming up, ride those curbs. right across the corner and goes P13 with a 132.5. So he's put himself in there. Let's see if this guy's also from another league, but I can't pronounce his name correctly. Freund, I'm going to try. And he goes pole. All right, I better learn to say his name really quick because he's fast. So 130.7. So the first person into the 130s for today. So guys that are in the drop zone is Kachow, yet to set a lap. Yurtis, who we're on board with at the moment. Is one setting a lap at the moment? Yep, he's not setting a lap. Ooh, nice. I like this helmet. This is a good one. Yeah. Look at that angle. Very nice. So, Kachow, Yurtis, Marky Kenya. Marky Kenya did this last week, though, where he just, like, leaves it to the last minute, and then he comes out. So, but he's in the drop zone, along with Tiny Darthspike. So, the Red Bulls had a great race last week. I think Tiny Darthspike finished 5th, I think it was. Dommy Lee was our winner. Where are we here? So Cornet coming around. He is trying to set a time here, I believe. He's going to come across the line of 131.2. So he moves up into P4. Is this my man Kachow coming around here? It is. He goes a 131.5. Looks like is that Mr. Woot and the Racing Point? No, it's the other Renault having some difficulties, I think, with the Racing Point. And is Yurtis going to try and set a time here? If he is, it's going to be a slow time. Okay, so that's a very, very slow time. All right, let's see if we can just keep up with it here now. These guys are in the pits. Cornet's on his outlap. Andre's on his outlap. So we've got 5.5 minutes left. Got a few cars on track, not many. Mr. Woot is trying to improve his time. He's down at the moment. And he's not going to improve his time, I don't think. No, so he's at a 132.050. Oh, I think Mark of Kenya might have come out, so he's done what he did last week. He's outlap. So there he goes. So he's just started. So we'll keep a secondary eye on Mark of Kenya. We'll try not to miss the other guys as well. So I wonder if I see a Williams out there that's pitting. Oh, so Marky Kenya's been... Looks like he's been interrupted. Has the native flag colours on his helmet there today, representing Kenya. This week. Anyway. Who else do we have out there? I see a Ferrari that's out there. That's Hounsey by the looks of it. And then there's Dace TG2. Yurtis. So you're going to set a lap, Yurtis. You are going to set a lap. And he's going to set a lap time for 131.9. So still a little bit in the danger zone, but 131.9 is good enough for 13th. Dace is on his out lap. Domulee's in the pit, so that means that's Tiny Darthspike. Is he going... No, he's not going to improve his time at all with that. Mr. Woot, he's coming in. Alright, so we're down to the last 3.5 minutes here. So, where's Mark of Kenya? What time is he going to set? Oh, I'm not too sure what he's doing. He's not going to set a fast enough time on this lap. What about Dace? This is not Dace. This is Dace, and he looked like he was up. So as he ventures through turn 5. This is not a bad part of the circuit here, actually. It's pretty quick. Let's see if he can take it. What's he going to take it in? 6th or 5th? Fourth down and 50. Oh, it is so easy to do that here. You kind of just got to ignore those sausage curbs as well. They look tough, but you just sort of got to put it out of your mind and just go over them. 2 minutes 42 seconds left. I think Tiny Darth Spike. He's set a purple sector. Alright. So he's looking like he's going to be getting out of the drop zone. Not too sure what's happening with Mark of Kenya yet. PSH is in the pit. Juan's on an outlap. And Mr. Woot is in the pits at the moment. So he'll want to get moving if he wants to get through to Q2. So Tiny Darth Spike, the man of the white coloured helmet, is P4. So I'm not really digging the all white helmet design, but it's good enough for good enough for P4. So the Red Bulls are on form again. Let's see, this is Houndsy. Is he going to try and improve his time? Let's see what the Flying Dutchman can do. He does a 1:31.01, so he still stays on his time. Mark of Kenya, is he? All right, here we go. He sets a 1:31.6. So I think that was Stuart Little behind him. Yeah, so he sets a 1:31.6, so that's good enough for P12. So he's out of the drop zone. He's finally set a time. I think Exotic is on an outlap, and it looks like Kachow's on an outlap as well. Mr. Woot is on an outlap, so it's all the guys that they're all going for it. We've got a minute left of Q1. Where's Juan? Juan is here. He's on a 1:32.2 at the moment, so he'll have to improve that. He's in P19. He's in the drop down. Stuart Little is very close to the drop down drop zone as well. He's in P15, so he's right on the brink there. As he comes through turn 15, 16. Well, Maka Kenya's retired from the session. He said that's enough. Turn 17, turn 18. What's Juan got for us? Juan does not beat his time, so it looks like he's either going to have to do one more lap and to make it through. Here is PSH. He's on an outlap, so you better get a move on if he wants to have a crack at getting out of P20. He does make it across the line, so he's going to go. I don't think Tiny Darth Spike will need to go again. Just having a look who's out there. This is Exotic. So Exotic is in the drop zone. I like the helmet though. The helmet's good. I'm a massive fan of color coordinated helmets with the car. P17 at the moment, 1:32.049. Comes around the final turn, goes a 1:31.6, so good enough for P12. So we'll see Exotic in Q2, and here's his teammate Kachow as the clock strikes 000. Kachow comes around turn 18. He goes a 1:30.9. But it doesn't register on the... Oh, it was invalidated. That's why. All right. Mr. Woot. Can he get out of Q1? He comes across the lead. He does! He goes a 1:31.5. So Mr. Woot gets out of Q1. And that puts Stuart Little into the drop zone. And that looks like it's going to be the bottom five there. Where are you, PSH? Can he do it? Here we go. This is he needs to get a 1:30. Oh, that's not going to do it. He almost went around. All right, so that looks like it is a bottom five there. One is in P19. Yurdi. Is it Yurtis? I think it's Yurtis. Yurtis is in P18. Stuart Little, very uncharacteristic for Stuart Little to be down that low on the grid. And then in P16, there's Dace. TG2. So Stein was very close there to the cutoff. Someone else who's not familiar with being down there too. All right. So what do we got here? Any incidents? Plenty of exceeding track limits. Track limits, very controversial topic in this league. Mexico was probably the highlight, the peak of corner cutting penalties and whatnot. But let's get set for Q2. Alright, Q2. Let's get started. And it looks like we're going to have dry conditions for Q2, Q3, and it's looking like a dry race as well. So, shout out to my weatherman, Dommy Lee, helping me out. Thank you. And it looks like strategy here, I see Cornet asking. Strategy, probably soft medium. With your tire saving skills, I reckon you could do a soft medium strategy. Who's coming out? So Cornet F1 is coming out. All right. So I can't remember what it was like a 1:30 something was the fastest time in Q1. So let's see how we go in Q2. If they can go even lower. World record times are 1:27.3. So we've got dry conditions. We're going to have dry conditions for most of it. So we'll see if anyone can pull it out. But this is looks like we've got top 14, not 15. So I think Ben Smith, Tiny Darth Spike, is spectating for some reason. I'm not too sure what's happened there. Alright, and that's okay. He's on an out lap anyway, so he's invalidated his lap, but that's okay. Toss the Cave, I haven't seen him today. This is the first time we've had him on the screen. So last week in Brazil, the incident with Cornet coming through, I think it was turn 5. Through there, he had such a great race. He and Cornet had a great battle there, and did unfortunately end in tears for both of those guys. So Toss had the penalty after the race, and Cornet finished, I think, P9 last week after it was a little bit loose out of turn 2 there. Yeah, so Cornet. Yeah, finished, I think, P9. So we'll see if what Toss has got in store for us this week. Does a purple sector. It's because he's the first guy out. So, alright, so everyone seems to be filing out onto the circuit. Rocking the Michael Schumacher helmet. I do think this helmet actually does... It does suit this car livery. I don't know if I'm like 100% all the way in on it though. Hard braking. Let's come down to third gear. Bit of a twisty. We'll see how he comes through this turn 13, 14. It's just so easy to lose the car back there. It's just a tricky kind of fumbly sort of section, and he sets a 130.4, 131.4. We've got, I think, Cornet coming around. He's invalidated his lap. Andre, he's coming around now. He's going to set a 142. What about Mr. Woot? What do you got for us, Mr. Woot? He's coming around turn 18. He sets a 140, so that's really slow at the moment. So he might have had... Oh, Kachow. I missed it. Kachow. He goes a 131.4. The other... Oh, Pump on Purpose, he's starting his outlap. Ted Wardo, my man Ted Wardo, 104.9 in the sector 3. He's invalidated his lap time. What's Dummy Lee got? Race winner from last week. Race winner from round 4 in Brazil. What's he got at the moment? He's yet to set a time. This will be his first fast time of Q2. We're at a 131.4 set by Toss. And Toss gets tossed aside there. So Dummy Lee goes a 131.027 to sit up the top there. This is Mr. Woot. No, he's on the outlap there. Okay, yep. So we've only got one McLaren, that's corner. He won't go again. What about Andre? Andre yet to set his time. Alright, so Andre goes a 132.5 to sit in 6th position. Mr. Woot, you're going into the pits. Just trying to get, is there two? There is two Williams in here. Just trying to get everyone. Zandvoort, he's yet to set a lap as well. What about Houndsy? Houndsy's coming around to set a lap, so he's on the mediums. 145.7, so that's not going to get it done. Who else is coming around? So this is Zandvoort again. Is there another AlphaTauri? Oh yeah, so Stein is on his outlap. Just trying to stay with the action here. So not everyone's... We've got 8 minutes, just under 9 minutes left in Q2. Just waiting for everyone to set their time. So far, Dummy Lee with a 131.027. He set the fastest time, but Zandvoort's just set a purple sector 1. So we'll see how he goes. He's rocking the Michael Schumacher helmet as well. I reckon it goes alright with this car. I like the contrasting red and the blue. Mr. Woot is going into the pits. Mark of Kenya is on his outlap at the moment. Bit of a gaggle of cars through turn 17 and 18 with the... Looks like it's the Mercedes, the Haas and the Alpha, but I think the Haas is pitting. So Mark of Kenya is going to start his outlap. We might get on board with him shortly. See some runners going on the mediums as well at the moment. So Freund, Houndsy, Zandvoort and Pump on Purpose. So we'll see how that pans out. As Zandvoort comes across for a 132.7. So he had a purple first sector there. Houndsy's going to start his outlap. So I'm not too sure what happened to him there. So we're waiting on Stein, Ted Wardo, Mark of Kenya, Houndsy, Mr. Woot and Pump on Purpose to set a time. As the clock ticks over 7 minutes 15 seconds. So we've got 7 minutes 15 seconds left in Q2. As Houndsy, our championship leader, didn't race last week, but he's back this week. He's on the medium tyre, so he's going to try and set a time on the medium. In the meantime, Mark of Kenya's set a purple sector 2, so he's on a fast one. Yes, he's on a fast one. Ooh. Hopefully no spectacular crashes again, as we saw in Texas at Circuit of Americas for Mark of Kenya this week. As he comes around the final turn, turn 18, hits the line. Oh, and as I say, goodness gracious, a 131.4, and Mark of Kenya has absolutely binned it there, coming over the line. So can he get going again? He's ghosted out. Let's make sure that he doesn't... There's a Ferrari coming through. Houndsy's coming through. He's gone into the pits. Alright, so Mark of Kenya, he set the time, but it looks like he could keep on going as Ted Wardo crosses the line for 131.6. So Mark of Kenya, absolutely, if you want some action, just follow him for a little while. He's always good for something. There's always some sort of action going around him. As we see Stein with a 131.020. So he's set the fastest time. What are they on? Are they on mediums? No, he's on softs. Alright. Yep. And yeah, they've said, okay, cool. Alright, so the softs is still the majority of people that they're on. Cornet is on an outlap at the moment. So we've got 4 cars on track. Got 5 minutes left in Q2. Drivers that are in the danger zone is Zandvoort, Houndsy, who's yet to set a time, Mr. Woot, who's yet to set a time, and Pump on Purpose, who's yet to set a time as well. So Ted Water has set a time though. He's sitting in 7th, so he's out of the danger zone for the time being. Oh, I'm liking this helmet design as well. That's nice. I think I've already commented on this actually. I think I use that helmet design actually as well. Good colour coordination, the purple and the pink and the blue. Ooh, gets a bit loose there. Can he improve on his time? 131.6. He goes a 131.2, so he's good enough for P4. So Ted Wardo's feeling it out there at the moment. He's going all right today, old Ted Wardo. Looks like Mark of Kenya's coming around to the pits at the moment, so he's been able to get back. Andre is on an outlap. Where are you, Andre? Let's give Andre some screen time, eh? Alright, so what can he do? So we've got 3 minutes 45 seconds left. And Andre is in the danger zone. As we see the Renaults coming out there. Is Cornet on a fast lap at the moment? No, he's not. Alright, let's get back to Andre. Now, Pump on Purpose, he's yet to set a time. He's in the danger zone with just over 3 minutes left. So Andre's just set a purple sector there. So Pump on Purpose, he's going to start his lap. Ted Wardo's coming in. Looks like that's Exotic behind him and the Williams. So we'll stick with Andre. He's going to try and cement his position into Q3. Opens up the DRS. We've just got a yellow flag in turn, looks like 15, 16. But that'll be alright. Another purple sector from Andre. So he's on the softs. He's feeling it right now. As he comes through 13, 14. Navigates that, no problems. This is looking like it could be a good one. He's got a 132.5 at the moment. And he is going to go 131.3. So that's good enough for P5. So that drops Zandvoort into the danger zone at the moment. This is FOL. So he's starting his lap at the moment. Houndsy, sorry, is starting his lap as well. So we'll keep an eye on. We'll try and follow along and get all of these guys on the screen. We'll keep up with all of them. I think Pump on Purpose is coming around as well. He is. So he is in the danger zone. He has not set a time at the moment. He sets a 131.3. So he gets off the bottom there. He goes to P6. And that puts Exotic in the Williams. He's down in the drop zone at the moment. And he is on a... I believe he's starting an outlap. He is. The other Williams of Kachow, so he's finishing his outlap at the moment. I don't think Cornet's going fast again. No, he's not. Alright, so where are we here? This is FLL. So he's P10. He's almost a second up in the second sector at the moment on his time. So we'll see if he can get through to Q3. Mr. Woot still yet to set a time. So is Hounsey, but they're not far behind him on the track. As he ventures around turn 17, turn 18, hits the line for a 130.4. So where have you been hiding that? FOL Freuden, what? Yeah, 132.8. That's no good. So we've got a fastest driver there. Zandvoort, you're starting an outlap. So FOL goes fastest with a 130.4. Can we see a 29 in Q3? Mark of Kenya starting his outlap, so is Exotic. So this will be interesting for these guys as we've got 5 seconds left. Are they actually even going to make it? That's going to be the... Oh, I think he just does make it. So Mark of Kenya cutting it fine. Hounsey is out there, I believe. Kitchow coming around. Oh, Kitchow goes to 130.9. So the in the Williams there goes a 130.9. Where are we? Mr. Woot, can he set a time? Oh, nice helmet design. How do you do that? I like that. Can't see it too much there. Very nice angle of it. Mr. Woot, look good, feel good. Will it be translate into a good time? Looking all right at the moment. Mark of Kenya's in the danger zone. So is Exotic. He'll need to get a 131. Oh, he does. 131.4. So he just scrapes in. What about Hounsey? What's Hounsey got? A 131.1. So he goes P6. The other Renault is out there, but I don't think that's going to matter. Mark of Kenya, he's in the drop zone. So is Exotic. So Exotic is in front of Mark of Kenya on the track. Can Exotic get out of P14? He can with a 131.1. Mark of Kenya gets through as well. So, whew, that was actually a good Q2. That was pretty exciting. So we'll go through who's dropped out there. So it was Pump on Purpose. It was Mr. Woot missed out. And then it was Cornet F1. What happened to Cornet F1? That's a bit of a turn up for the books, actually. And Zandvoort, that is very... I didn't even see that. So Cornet F1, he's P2 or P3 in the championship. He goes in P13. So, I don't know, maybe he had a bad packet of M&Ms this week. But that's very unlike Cornet F1, the Dutchman in the McLaren. So, not sure what's happened there. Maybe, we didn't see, maybe he tried to go with a medium strategy, maybe. Maybe it's a strategy call, but... Yeah, P13, very unlike Cornet F1. I don't want to leave the session. No, all right. Any incidents? Just exceeding track limits. Nothing too crazy. Oh, Mark of Kenya had the accident, but Mark of Kenya running with the... Is that the Vietnamese flag? Chinese flag? No, it's not the Vietnamese flag. I don't know what flag it is. Anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, cool. So, yes, I think Tiny Dart Spike is going to be P15. He ended up being a spectator in that session. Alright. Let's wait for Q3 to get started. So just experiencing some technical difficulties as you do. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. All right, so we had to just scrap that because we had it glitched out from Q2 to Q3. So we're just gonna have to like reset the grid, restart the session. So just hold tight. All right, we're back. We're back after that little, what would I say? Technical difficulties. But we're back. We're ready to go. Let's see how we go. So we're going to work out. The grid's been done manually. And we'll work it out as we go. So everyone will just be getting their correct tyre compound and whatnot set up. So it'll be a dry race starting in less than 10 seconds. Alright, so it was Freund, Kachow, it was Stein, who else? It was Stein, Dommy Lee in 4th, we had Tosser Kaber in 5th, that's a good result for Toss, Hounsey in 6th, 7th we had Exotic, and then 8th we had Ted Wardo. Then in 9th we had Andre, and then to round out the top 10 we had Mark of Kenya. So that's our grid. So hopefully there's no more glitches. The race can get underway as per normal, and we'll have a good race. So let's get ready. Doesn't seem to be any shenanigans off the line. Let's have a look at tyres. So a few of the guys outside of the top 10. Mr. Woot's gone to mediums. Zandvoort's gone to mediums. So is Tiny Darspike and Dace. And then Yurtis and Juan are on the mediums. So we've got 6 guys on the mediums. The rest are on the softs. Mediums roughly last about 17 laps around here before they start to go well and truly off. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how those guys manage it. As they're just finishing off. The formation lap. Right on board with Red Bull here, Tiny Darspike. I think did Pump on Purpose drop out? I think he did. So it looks like Delta Lima filled in for Tiny Darspike. So not Tiny Darspike, Pump on Purpose, because he wasn't feeling very well. Okay, so they're gridding up. Let's hope we get a good camera view for the start, as they're all pretty much. Delta Lima just comes around, rounds it off, and we're about to start. Alright, they do their little glitchy setup thing. Yep, we'll probably get a yellow flag in a second. Anyway, so Season 3, Round 5, Nemesis Racing League is go. So it's the Renault off the line. Kachow looks like Toss the Cabers making a move up the inside. The Red Bull's in 3rd. There's the 2 AlphaTauris in there. Everyone's gotten through there clean so far. Oh, Freuden cuts right across there. Dommy Lee has to take evasive actions. Everyone seems to have gotten through pretty cleanly there. Mr. Woot is putting a move on Dace there, can't get it done. Oh, who was that around? Stuart Little making up some positions there. Oh, there's a front wing end plate that went flying there. I'm not too sure who that belongs to. It's been a pretty good start so far. It looks like there's a bit of action in the back there. One is missing the end plate, so I'm not too sure what's happened to him there. But he's right at the back, so he's not had a good start to the race. This is PSH. Mark of Kenya, so the 2 Mercedes battling it out. Cornet, who started in P13, he's moving up at the moment. There's action everywhere. Hard to keep up with, but we'll do our best. As this is Stuart Little trying to put the move on Cornet in the only McLaren in the race. Can't do it. Not the only McLaren in the race, but anyway, so it's FOL Freund leading from Kachow from Dommy Lee out in front. Oh, that's Cornet. So Cornet must have had damage there. So maybe it was his end plate that went missing. So he's had to pick. Is he replacing his? Oh, it looks like there's a Ferrari in as well. Who's gonna be coming in? Oh no, that would be for. He's going to go on the hard. So, oh, there's a few guys all pitting at the moment. So that's Dace is going to the hards as well. Mr. Woot is going to the hards. Zandvoort is staying on the softs by the looks of it. Yep. One is going to go to the hards. So this track, you could make the hards work until the end. So from here, they last, I think, maximum 26 laps. So depending on safety cars and things like that, although we don't really get safety cars in this league, there hasn't been an abundance of them. And who was that? Stuart Little trying to put a move on Mark of Kenya as Andre gets a 3-second penalty. As he gives chase through the back straight there, coming through 11 and 12. But it's FOL Freund. Freudender, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the Renault is out in lead. You have Dommy Lee in P2 from Kachow, from Stein, from Hounsey in 5th, Exotic in 6th, Toss the Caber has dropped down to 7th, Ted Wardo in 8th. He had good qualifying, Ted Wardo, so he started his race strongly. And now it's sort of, it's two bunches pretty much, the race. So you've got from pretty much P13, P15 down, all the guys that pitted. So, and Yurtis is lagging there at the back as well. So we're going to have to see how this does eventually play out. I'd say lap 11 and 12, we'll see the soft runners begin to pit. All right, let's get to the battles, right? This is Hounsey and Exotic. So Exotic having a good run. Having it. The Williams boys are having a much better start this week than they did last week. So last week had some incidents at Brazil, so they're having a much better week this time around. So he's starting to come under pressure a bit here from Toss the Caber. Is Toss going to put a move? Oh, I thought they almost touched then. So Toss puts the move on him there, but is Exotic going to come back? He tries to. No, but so Toss is going to take that position. So Toss moves up into P6, drops Exotic down into P7. So the lead out at front is 3.5 seconds. So it's absolutely the Renault is just blowing them away at the moment. This is a good little pack that we have here. It's sort of well spread out. What about the Mercedes boys? So Mark of Kenya, he has the run on Andre here. Should be able to take him into turn 1. Ooh, was there a little bit of contact? Not sure. So Cornet gets the 3-second penalty. Now poor Andre is going to come under attack from Stuart Little. So what can Stuart Little do in his fluorescent yellow and green helmet? Oh, he just gets a 3-second time penalty. That's what he can do. Zandvoort sets the fastest time at 1:34.2. Oh, Stuart Little runs wide there. Almost hits the wall. So managed to keep that out of trouble. But we sort of field starting to spread out a little bit. As we've already begun lap 4, so Delta Lima just gets a penalty, 3-second penalty. But it's a 4-second gap at the front. But it looks like Kachow is starting to close down Dommy Lee. So Kachow is one of the faster guys in this league. Had a rough week last week with an incident, but he's back. So let's see. We got Stein, who's just starting to creep up on the back of these guys, followed by Hounsey as well. So our championship leader. All right. Well, Hounsey's trying to put a move on at the moment. Oh, he had to back out a fair bit for that. So coming into T1. So he's played the smart game there, but he looks like he's all over Stein at the moment as they come through that long left-hander of turn 3. And Toss the Caber is just lurking in the background. Dace gets a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. But this is sort of like the first initial pack. And then there's another pack up behind these guys. Andre gets another penalty. 4.5 second lead out in front for the Renault for FOL Freund. So he's doing it pretty easy at the moment. We're lap 5 of 27. And we're getting quite a few penalties coming through now. So we've got about 8, nearly half the field have a penalty. What's Hounsey got here? So this is two of the top 3 guys in the championship here, with Stein and Hounsey. So Hounsey didn't race last week for whatever reason. Stein was there. Very consistent Stein. Very, very consistent driver. Doesn't make many mistakes. Had the great win in Australia the first round. That was awesome. Made the right decision at the right time. Pitted when everyone else didn't. Took the gamble and won. So can Hounsey chase him down though? Rush is a different story. It's not going to rain. He's got DRS. Stein's got DRS. What can Hounsey do? No, can't go around the outside there. Oh, he's going to go around the outside and through turn 3 though. He'll have the inside line for turn 4. Oh, he can't make it work. So Stein fighting really hard. He's like, I'm not going to give up my P4 to you. And I don't think Hounsey can get it done through there either. So, oh, look at Toss! Toss is coming to join the battle as well! And he takes Hounsey! So Toss was lurking in the background. We didn't see him. And so he moves up into P5. So he's having a better run the last couple of races, Toss. Had a bit of a rough start to the season. But he's starting to come to the fore, the Scotsman. So he's in P5. Hounsey's in P6. How's Tiny Dartspike going in the other Red Bull? Dommy Lee in the first Red Bull. He's in P2. He's chasing down... this is Tiny Dartspike. He's chasing down Andre at the moment. And, ooh, does he run into the back of him? No, he doesn't. We haven't seen Tiny Dartspike's helmet today. The pink helmet. I'm liking it. Contrast with the Red Bull blue. Alright, as they come around, this is T17. Second last corner, and then we've got Stuart Little just picked up a 3-second time penalty. Alright, so can Tiny Dartspike, can Ben Lee, I was going to call you Ben Lee, Tiny Dartspike's too hard. Oh, he had to back out there. He'll have the inside line for T1, he's on the mediums. Andre's on the softs. Andre says, nah, I'm not going to give it up that easy, mate. As they come around T3. Oh, I think Andre's lost one of his end plates. There he has, just there. So that might have affected his downforce a little bit and would explain why he's dropped back a little bit too. So he's going to try and ride it out until he pits. But Ben Lee, Tiny Dartspike, takes P11. Cornet F1, he's out. So P3 in the championship, or P2, one of the championship leaders retired. So he's just, I don't know if he's pulled it aside, hasn't crashed, but he's out. So that's, he's retired in the pits as well. Good job for doing that. Where are we with battles? So how's Hounsey go? Oh, look at this. Okay, so we're back here, boys. These three going at it hammer and tong. It's the Alfa Romeo, the Alfa Tauri, and the Ferrari. You've got Ted Wardo and Exotic just lurking in the background there as well. Stuart Little and Mark of Kenya, they've made up a bit of ground. They're P9, P10. This is one of our sort of closest groups on the circuit at the moment, so we'll stick with these guys. Alright, Houndsy looking to go. He's going to have another go this lap. No, he can't get that done. Don't think he has any damage. No, he doesn't. Alright, this is going to be good. These two pretty quick drivers. It's the Houndsy's the Dutchman, Stein's the Dutchman, and the Scotsman. So it's the two Dutchies versus the Scot. Alright. So it's lap 8. The gap in front at the moment is 7.8 seconds. So it's Kachow in P2, Dommy Lee in P3. And then we're looking at the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. So Toss the Caber, Stein and Houndsy in P6. Ted Wardo in P7. Exotic P8. And then it's the two Mercs in P9, P10. So we've had one DNF so far. That's Cornet F1. So that will have implications on the championship, Drivers' Championship at the moment. Only one McLaren left in the race for the Constructors. So Houndsy just can't seem to get past Stein at the moment, and then Toss the Caber is holding both of these guys at bay as well. So Dommy Lee and Kachow, this is for P2. So FOL Freuden, he's in a league of his own today. He's 8.5 seconds ahead of these two. So barring any kind of catastrophe, he's looking very likely to be there at the end. As Dommy Lee closes nice and close at turn 1, turn 2, coming around the long left-hander at turn 3. This corner just seems to go forever sometimes. Is he able to chase him down? So we'll keep an eye on the other battle there as well with Toss the Caber, Houndsy and Ted Wardo and Stein. As Dommy Lee gives chase to Kachow. But it's these three here. Oh, so it looks like Stein has gotten past Toss the Caber. Sorry I missed that. We're looking at Dommy Lee and Kachow before. So we've got a yellow flag. Yellow flag, it's 1 in sector 3. What's going on, 1? What So he looks like he's had an incident there. Has he got damage? Can't really see any damage. He's coming into the pits anyway. Alright, so FOL, he was just coming not far from him. So, alright, so he's retired. Okay, so he's dropped out. So that's our second DNF. So 1 in the Alfa Romeo and Cornet F1 in the McLaren. They've both retired. This is for P4, 5, 6. So the Toss the Caber, he's the Scotsman in the Dutch sandwich at the moment between Stein and Houndsy. Ted Wardo's back there as well. So it looks like Exotic is pitting at the moment. So I dare say he'll probably go onto the mediums. Will he? Yes, he will. So he's going the standard soft medium strategy. So he drops down. So we'll probably see some other guys starting to come in as well. Let's get back to this group here. So can Houndsy get past Toss? Oh no, Toss! Toss, he just got loose out of there. So where was that? He was coming out of turn 6 and 7 through there. So he just got it loose. So Houndsy's been able to swoop in, and Toss has lost his position. So Houndsy's moved up into 5th. Toss, you were doing so good. You were doing so good. Oh well. All right. We'll see if he can fight back. We know Scots love to fight. So here's Dommy Lee in P3. So we might see some of the front runners start to pit. We're on lap 10. We saw Exotic. He went pretty early. I dare say that'd be a strategy call of some sort. But here we go. So both Kachow and Dommy Lee pitting. This is from P2 and P3. It's a bit sort of all over the place through there, but that's all right. So Houndsy's pitting. Toss the Caber's pitting. Alright. Who else? Stuart Little is pitting as well. Onto the mediums. That makes complete sense. I was about to say, did Tosco softs again, but he hadn't pitted. So it looks like everyone's going to the mediums. So just the standard one stopper here. On P11, yeah, lap 11 of 27. Okay, so he comes out just behind Delta Lima. So who's filling in for Pump On Purpose, who is feeling ill at the moment. So get well Pump On Purpose. And he is able to take Delta Lima pretty easily there. So he's moved up into P8. So Freuden, he hasn't stopped yet, I don't believe. No, he's not stopped. So the top 7 guys haven't stopped yet. So we'll have to see how they go this time around. And this is Mark of Kenya. He's giving chase to Ted Wardo. That Renault is miles out in front. Stein is yet to pit as well. So let's see, is Freuden going to pit? No, he isn't. He's going to go around again. So he's feeling very comfortable with his tyres. He is on the softs as well, so he's happy to keep going around on his 12th lap. They will have had all fresh rubber because it got reset. So Mark of Kenya and Ted Wardo are both pitting. Andre, I wonder if he'll pit as well. And then you've got that little pack there of Dommy Lee, PS8, Chownsy, and Delta Lima and Toss the Caber. So they're all going to come through. Will Mark of Kenya be able to get out in front of him? I don't think he will. No, he won't. No. So he's going to drop down to... He's almost out. Yep, so he's dropped down. Mark of Kenya down to P11. So Dobby Lee back up into P3. The other Red Bull's in P2 now. So Tiny Darspike, he's yet to pit though. So that will only be temporary. And he's lagging a fair way behind. Has he got damage? No, he doesn't have damage. So he's just, yeah, he's pretty close to these guys. All right. So Dommy Lee P3 and Stein and Hounsey. So these two have been battling it out all day, the two Dutchmen. Tiny Darth Spike. Stuart Little just gets a 3-second penalty. So seven of the drivers have penalties at the moment. So we'll see how that shakes out at the end of the race. Here's Stein. They're all in the mediums. All right. So FLL Freund, he's pitting. So he'll probably go to the mediums, I would say. Would make the most sense. Yep, he does. Nice and smooth stop. Just the plain white helmet for him. And off he goes and away, and he'll be able to come out well in front. Is Tiny Darspike going to pit now? Or has he pitted already? No, he hasn't pitted already. So, he started on the mediums, that's why. Alright, so we'll expect him in a little bit later, not for another few laps yet. As he comes out into P1, right in front of FLL Freund. We'll see how long that lasts for. This is for the lead. And the Renault takes him pretty easily there, as one would suspect. Oh, that was Toss the Caber and Stein battling it out. So Toss has worked his way back up into 5th position. So he's taken Stein there. So Hounsy's in P4, Toss is P5, and now Stein's in P6. And Toss is going to be able to keep him there as well. So Kachow just sneaking up on this group as well. But yeah, Toss the Caber fighting back. Oh, who was that? Was that Kachow getting a bit loose there? Love the Kachow helmet. Stein. Yeah. Alright. Where are we? Mark of Kenya and Stuart Little, the two Mercs battling it out with Ted Wardo. Get back to this battle. Oh, so Stein looking to make a move. This is into turn 13, 14. So he's taken that position back from Toss. So Toss is back down into P6. So These two have been battling it out all day with Hounsey, but Hounsey's kind of just skipping away at the moment. He's actually not very far behind Dommy Lee in the Red Bull in P3, so we'll try to keep an eye on both of these battles at the moment. Oh, can he make it work around the outside? Yes, he does. He gets the job done. He's going to get the job done pretty easily here into turn 1. Yep, and he's just going to cruise away now by the looks of it. Yeah, he does. He did that pretty easy, Hounsey. So Hounsey moves up into P3, but overall that's a P2 position because Tiny Darspike is yet to pit. So let's get back to this battle here with Stein and Toss the Caber. So Stein retook Toss, so he's back in P5. Kachow just lurking in the background there, the two Williams boys. Oh, Dommy Lee just got a penalty, 3-second penalty. So he's essentially in a podium position at the moment, but that puts Stein into a podium position with that 3-second penalty. At the moment, we're lap 14, we're just over the halfway mark, so a long way still to go. But we'll be alright. Okay, so I'm just having a bit of a scan down here. So it's a 4-second gap at the lead. So Freund is running away with it. Again, he's just set the fastest lap with 1:33.7. I think guys were doing 1:30s in qualifying, so it's a bit off that. It's on the medium tyre, high fuel load, so it's still impressive though. As we tick over lap 15. Alright, so we've got most of the pit stops out of the way. We're still just waiting on Tiny Darspike is the only one yet to pit. So he's currently in P2, but everyone else is pitted. And everyone's good to go until the end of the race. So field is a bit strung out here. Oh, the two Mercedes boys going at it. So Stuart Little looked like he had a go there. Where was that? That was around turn 2 and 3. So he ran quite wide there. In real life, you need to go through the little exit gate thing there, but in the game, you can just hop across the orange bollard there. But these two have been P9, P10 for the majority of the race at the moment. Let's get back to Tuss. He's not making any ground on Stein at the moment. This looks like this is the closest pairing on the track currently. It's right on board with Stuart Little. Yeah, Freund, just, 6.8 second gap now. Oh, Marky Kenya runs a little bit wide through there. Stuart Little gets a nice line. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, can't make a move up there. Oh, he's pitting! What are you doing, Stuart Little? What are you doing? You'd already... Oh, he's DNFing. He's retiring. He was battling away, but he's out. He says, I'm done. Is he retiring? It said DNF on there. No. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, so... Oh, alright. Maybe he's not retiring. It says it's DNF, but... Anyway. Where are we? So this is Toss still battling it out with Stein. Is Stuart Little DNF? I'm not too sure what's going on with Stuart Little. If he is, it looks like he's a DNF. So that's our third DNF for the race. So Stuart Little's dropped out. So we've got 18 runners left and we've got 11 laps still to go. Mr. Woot and PSH are battling it out at the moment. Yeah, Stuart Little has left the session. So I'm not too sure what happened there. Okay. So... Stein and Toss are on board with Toss at the moment. So yeah, Stein's really closed right up on Dommy Lee there. Toss getting a little bit loose through there, and it's a tiny Darth Spike has finally pitted. Where's he going to shake out? He's probably going to end up about 11th at the moment, 11th or 12th. And Stein is beginning to harass the weatherman, Dobby Lee. So Stein just Mr. Consistency, this guy. So it's an Englishman, a Dutchman, and a Scotsman. Which is a bit of a change, because we've had the Dutch just dominate this league recently, this season. So it's good to see some different guys up there. Dummy Lee holding his own. So he was race winner last week after the penalty to toss the caber, but he's in some good form. He's in some good form at the moment. Delta Lima gets the penalty. That looks like it's... What are you doing, Stuart Little? So it's Stein putting the move on Dummy Lee. No contact. That's good. That's a solid move from Stein. So he's been able to get the job done there. And he goes up now into P3. So some good driving there from Stein. So it's Freund, he's in P1. Hounsey in the Ferrari in P2. But this is the battle that we're looking at for 3rd, 4th and 5th. As Toss the Caber is looking to get in a piece of this action. Can't get it done as we're going too wide into T1. Oh, Toss goes right across there. He's got the inside run on turn 3 and he gets it done. So he just sneaks up the inside there into P4. So he can resume his battle with Stein now. Unless Dommy Lee wants to fight back. No, he can't. So I'm not too sure if Dommy Lee is in agreement with those medium tyres, or maybe he has some wind damage possibly. Doesn't look like it. So as we see Dace get a 3-second time penalty. Alright, but that was good. So Stein moves up into 3rd, Toss the Caber 4th, and Dommy Lee in 5th. Now Kachow is looking to move up. He's in P6 at the moment, and we're on board with him. He's going to chase down Dommy Lee. So I'm not too sure what's happened to Dommy Lee. He's starting to drift back a bit. He's definitely not keeping up with Stein and Toss there. So I'm not too sure what's happening with him. He pitted, yeah, it was a standard pit stop that he did. So, all right. So let's see if Kachow can chase him down. Both on the medium tyre, so neither has an advantage with that. He's going to get DRS, yeah, DRS blasts open. Oh, Toss is having a look at Stein as well there. Into T1. So it's getting feisty. This is good. This is some good racing. This is for top positions as well. So this is for 4, 5 and 6. Stein has started to just skip away a little bit from Toss. It says that he's got a 3.4 second. Oh no, it says it's half a second. Sorry, my mistake. He hasn't. I read that incorrect. He's 3.4 seconds behind Hounsey. Let's ride on board with Toss, the Michael Schumacher helmeted Toss. So we saw him make a bit of a mistake earlier on that allowed Stein and Hounsey through. So he'll be hoping to keep it mistake-free from here on in, because he's in with a legitimate shot with a penalty. So he has no time podium. Sorry, he has no time penalties. So neither of the top 4 guys do. So yeah, Toss could. This might be a good little redemption story for him after last week, after his incident with Cornet at Turn 5 in Brazil. So we'll see if he can get on the podium. But Stein's got to give him a really good fight. Stein is in contention for the Drivers' Championship at the moment. He's been solid all season. So we'll see if he can hold him up Yeah, so he's closing in there. Looking good. We'll just check out these guys. So these are Exotic and Market Kenya are having a nice little battle. We'll make sure that we get to that as well. In the meantime, we'll check out these guys. So we're down to 17 runners. We're lap 20 of 27. So laps are kind of just ticked by pretty quickly, actually. I'm a bit surprised we're at lap 20, but there we are, lap 20 of 27. It's looking like Freund is going to... he's skipping away. 17 seconds lead. So I don't think he's going to be challenged today, although, yeah, it might take a minor miracle from him. So Hounds is in P2 in the Ferrari, and then Stein is in P3, the last of the podium positions. But not if Toss the Caber has anything to do with it, because he's going to try his absolute utmost to get on the podium. He's hungry for it. He's in good form. He wants a bit of redemption after last week in Brazil. And have a look at that. Oh, so Kachau has gotten past Domi Lee. I think I missed that. Sorry. So Kachau is in P5. Yeah, so Domi Lee just sort of drifted back. I don't think he's going to drift into the clutches of Exotic. That's 6 seconds away. But we'll see if he can mount a challenge with the DRS Open. Yes, it is. As Mr. Woot and PSH just exchanged positions there for P14 and 15. No, but Donny Lee couldn't get that done. So race winner from last week. Mark of Kenya now having a look at Exotic in the Williams. Can he work his way around the outside through turn 3 into turn 4? No, he can't. He's going to bunch up nice and close to him though. It's a good camera shot. It's giving us a pretty good view of the action. We see Tiny Darspike there just creeping in as well. So he's made his medium strategy work. He's in P9. So another good day for the Red Bull boys as Mark of Kenya starting to really hustle Exotic along now. And Tiny Darspike starting to really close in on these guys as well. We'll just let's have a quick look back to Toss the Caber and Stein. These two are having a really ding-dong battle. I think he dropped into first gear there for a second. So just about the whole field has penalties at the moment, except the top 4 guys in P7, Mark of Kenya. So we can't make that, can't get a move done there. And I'm just trying to see, did something happen to Exotic there? I'm not too sure. He's dropped down into P9. Tiny Darspike's there as well. Sorry, I had to step away from the action for a second, but Tiny Darspike moves his way up into P7, takes Mark of Kenya, coming through turn T1, turn 2. Mark of Kenya, though, putting it up the inside through turn 3. Oh, do they touch? They do touch! Tiny Darspike gives him a little bit of, what are you doing, mate? But he's made that work. So, and then Exotic is, oh, did Exotic touch with Mark of Kenya there to make him run wide? I'm not too sure. I'm not making any accusations, just calling it like I see it. So I'm not too sure there. But Tiny, so Red Bull boys, P6, P7. Another good solid outing for those guys. They're doing all right. Rough start to the year. Let's see where Toss is at. So he's only got 4 laps left to get himself a podium position at the moment. He's absolutely giving it all that he's got at the moment. Maybe he can channel a bit of Braveheart action to get him through. So it's about a half a second gap at the moment. I think this is, yeah, these are the closest guys on the track. Oh, hang on, Yurtis and PSH. Haven't seen much of these guys today. Give them a bit of airtime, I reckon. So PSH, the only McLaren representative after Cornet dropped out earlier on in the race. Not too sure what was wrong with him there. Looks like Exotic is getting close to Mark of Kenya. No, he isn't. So the gap between... Oh, he runs up the back of him there. Yeah, strange sounding engine noises there. But anyway, lap 23, 27, 4 to go. Can Yerta send it up the inside? No, he can't. Thinks better of it. He's going to say, "Well, I'll have a look up the inside of turn 3, though." And PSH is saying, "All right, well, you can try that, but I got the inside line here, buddy." But Yerta says, "I don't care. I'm going to take P14 from you." So Yerta moves up into P14 in the racing point and drops the remaining McLaren down into P15. Let's have a look at Toss. Is Toss any closer? He's going to be in DRS here. Oh, and Zandvoort's just taken Andre as well. Sorry, I missed that. But yeah, so Toss has got the DRS open. Coming into T1. Oh, he looked. He had a look. Is he going to think better of it? I'll have another go through turn 3 now. Through the long left-hander. Just, yeah. Stein is fast. Stein is a fast driver. So it's little wonder that he's having difficulties getting past. And, yeah, so it remains the same. Yeah, Freund is just 20 second gap at the moment to P2. Hounsey. So Hounsey's been having a pretty lonely race out there. So hopefully he's on the party chat for people to keep him company. Alright, I'm just having a look through the field here. There's no other real close battles. I think Mr. Woot is having a bit of a battle with PSH. Let's give the Welshman a little bit of love, hey? Liking the helmet. He's on the hard tyre, so those tyres will be pretty old for him. We were just on board, we just saw PSH get overtaken. Oh, has he pulled aside? I think PSH has pulled aside. What a gentleman. Okay, let's get back to Toss the Caber then, and the battle between him and Stein. Alright, we've got 2 laps left. Oh, Tiny Darkspike just got a penalty as well. It's a bit disappointing. Oh, Toss. He loves having... Oh, did Stein make a little mistake there? I'm not too sure. So he can't... Not enough to open up the door into through turn 3. So this has been an absolute cracking battle between these guys. No one's lost a front wing. No one's punted each other off the track. It's just been good, hard, clean racing. Clean and fair. Okay, so... Yeah, so these two are the closest. This is for the final podium position. Houndsy's out by himself. He's 20 seconds behind the leading Renault. It's these guys by themselves. Ooh. Toss the Caber does not. Toss the Caber wants this. He wants this. He wants it bad. Yeah, so still a 20-second gap. Stein in third. So this is the closest battle. So yeah, this would be a good redemption story for Toss. Even if he finishes P4, it's still a good effort after last week's situation. As these two begin their penultimate lap. And I think we'll stay with these guys until the end. Because this is the closest 2 cars on the circuit as we speak. Nothing doing out in front. P1, P2 are sorted. Is Toss going to set him up? Is he going to set him up for a last lap dive? We'll have to wait and see. Stein's done a good job so far of keeping him, battling him battering him away, keeping him behind him. What's Stein doing? It's right on board with him. We'll just observe. I'm not too sure if he's a controller or a rig setup guy, so nice and smooth on the steering wheel though. Yeah, look at those, just single inputs, not soaring through it. Nice and smooth on the accelerator as well. So it's little wonder Toss is having trouble getting past this guy, because Stein is driving very well as we begin the last lap. So we'll keep an eye on Freund. He's that Renault there. Alright, so that's Hounsey. Delta Lima gets a 3-second penalty. So we'll make sure we get Freund as he crosses the line. I wonder if Hounsey will do a reverse over the line today. As Toss, this is going to be his last chance. This is his last lap to get on the podium. Been a great battle all day. So Freund is just coming through turn 12, turn 13 at the moment. So we'll cut to him as soon as he gets to turn 18 as he crosses the line. Alright, so this man has been a class above everyone today. He started on pole, he stayed there. I think he's even got the fastest lap of the race. So, Season 3, Round 5 in Russia, Nemesis Racing League. The winner is Freund. So, oh, toss the cable! Oh, here we go! So, oh, where are they? They're just at the back of the circuit now. Can he make it stick? Oh, we missed it! Oh, they're banging wheels! Tossie cuts the corner! Stein's got to fight back. This is the final 2 turns. Can Toss has got to stick it up the inside. He goes right across the corner. He cut the corner, got the penalty, and he spun out. Now is he going to finish 4th? Oh no, Toss! He sent it. He had to send it, and he did. He finishes P4, so same as last week. P4. What a battle at the end. They were banging wheels. Toss almost DNF'd. Oh wow. That was crazy. We missed the beginning of it, but that was awesome. All right, so our winner is final point scorer is Mark of Kenya. Just Zandvoort almost takes him there. So just see Andre come around, Dace comes around, Mr. Woot in P15. So our race winner is the other Renault. So Renault 1 and 15 race. Hounsey in P3, Hounsey in P2, Stein in P3, Toss in 4th, Kachow's taken 5th, and then it's the Red Bull of Dommy Lee in P6, followed by the second Red Bull of Tony Darspike in P7. So, wow, some exciting last lap action there between Stein. Oh, Tony Darspike gets the drive of the day. So Stein and Tosikava, that was good at the end there. We'll watch the podium celebrations. Alright, that'll get you waking up in the morning. Okay, so we'll do a quick little final wrap up and we will depart ways. Okay, so there's our final results. So Exotic finished 8th, Ted Wardo 9th, Marky Kenya 10th. Yeah, lots of penalties today. So had a few DNFs, the 3 DNFs, Stuart Little 1 and Cornet as well. Good racing by most today, so that was good. So thanks for joining us. Round 5 in Russia of the Nemesis Racing League. Join us again next week as we go to Austria. We go to the Red Bull Ring for round 6 of season 3 of the Nemesis Racing League. Have a good day, a good evening, a good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.